Hey friends, today we're sewing a beautiful tank top, and in this video you will be able to see every single step you need, so you can relax and sew along. You will also find the sewing pattern in the sizes 3XS to 3XL on my website. The link is in the video description down below, and for everyone who's watching this video there's a 25% discount with the code TOPTOP. You can also get the white jersey rib fabric that I'm using for the tank top in this video on my website, as well as the sewing pattern combined with the fabric as a DIY kit. And the product description lists all the countries we're shipping to. So if you would like to support my work, feel free to step by. And if you don't want to miss the next sewing videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And if you like the tank top, I'm very happy about every thumbs up. In this tutorial, I'll be using my normal sewing machine, the Singer HD 6335M, but also my overlock from Yuki, the MO50EN. If you only have a regular sewing machine, that's no problem at all. I'll be explaining everything within this framework, and all the parts that I'm sewing with the overlock are just a nice extra. But what do we actually need to sew the tank top? Approximately 1 meter of fabric, depending on the size and width of the fabric, of course. I'm using a jersey rib fabric made of 95% cotton and 5% elastane, with a weight of 240 grams per square meter and a width of 145 centimeters. Ideally, we need sewing needles that are suitable for the fabric you're using. I'm using a jersey needle and thread in the color of your choice, a normal and an edge stitching presser foot, an iron, scissors, a seam ripper, a measuring tape, tailor's chalk or a colored pencil. To start with, I've shown you all the pieces you need to sew the tank top. The instructions on how many pieces you need are also printed on the pattern pieces, but I think it's better to see everything visually. The pattern pieces for the front and back have fold line written on one edge, which means that you should place this edge on the fold line of the fabric. So you fold the fabric and place the pattern pieces on the closed edge. The arrow on the pattern piece shows you how to align the pattern pieces on the fabric with the grain of the fabric. Alright, so let's start with the tank top. For that we got the back piece laying in front of us with the right fabric side facing upwards. The right fabric side is always the side of the garment that will be later visible on the outside. And if you're using a fabric that has kind of similar fabric sides, determine with tailor's chalk or a colored pencil which side is the left side. I would always mark this. Here with this fabric you can see it quite good, so I don't need that in this case. And now we simply take the front part of the tank top and lay it right sides facing on top of each other, and now we will fix both side edges and the shoulder edges with clips. So it should look like this. And in the next step we want to sew all our prepared edges together, and I'm using a straight stretch stitch in this case, as a tank top needs to be able to stretch, and my sewing machine offers this stitch type, and you can easily look in your instruction manual to see if your machine also offers such a stitch type. If not, I would clearly recommend using a zigzag stitch or any other stitch type that allows the fabric to stretch. You could also sew this with a regular straight stitch, but the risk of the seams ripping or tearing apart is very, very high. So I would not recommend using a normal straight stitch. And always when we start sewing, with, in this case, the needle position in the middle and a seam allowance of 1 centimeter, and which means that we are sewing edge to edge with the presser foot on the fabric edges. We need to lock our seams at the start and end. When using this type of stretch straight stitch, it's always quite nice that you don't need to lock the end of the seam, as this always stitches back and forth, so this automatically locks the seam at all ends. And at the start I would always work with the hand wheel. And don't wonder if I sometimes have to lift the presser foot and put it back down. I'm just going to do this to make sure that my machine doesn't like eat up the fabric. And now I will finish the raw edges with the overlock. If you don't have an overlock machine, you can simply go on my channel and look at the video that shows 5 ways on how to finish raw edges with a regular sewing machine. Or otherwise, you can of course skip this step if you don't want to finish the raw edges like this, but for professional purposes, for the look, for the aesthetic, I will finish those edges with the overlock. So now the tank top is currently looking like this. And in the next step we want to prepare our bottom hem of the tank top. For that, it's really simple. We start taking the fabric edge and we're folding approximately 1.5 to 2 centimeters inwards, and we're always folding the inner seam allowance to the back of the tank top. Then we make a second fold. And of course we are doing this also on the other side, but just like this, we will create a strip, always with the double inwards folded method, around the bottom hem. So it should look like this. And now we need to give this a nice press all the way around. And in the next step we will make a top stitch seam all the way around on the strip. We're gliding with the left edge of the presser foot on the left edge of the strip. We're using the stretch stitch and needle position on the left. And now in the next step we need to prepare our strips for the armholes and the neckline. And for that, for all 3 of those, the first step is completely the same. So just fold this over, right sides facing. And now we sew all those 3 shut with the stretch stitch and the needle position in the middle. Now also the same procedure for all 3 strips. Simply fold the strip left sides facing. So now we have from both sides only the right fabric side. Fix this with a clip, and we're doing this all the way around. So we need to divide the strips for the armholes into 4 equal sections and the strip for the whole neckline into 8 equal sections. Now for the neckline, I would strongly recommend using your measuring tape and then measure from this back neckline part on the whole circumference of your whole neckline first, and then divide it by 8. So for this neckline, the circumference is roughly 83 to 84 centimeters. So we can say we will do 10 to 10.5 centimeter steps and leave there always a clip hanging. And now we simply need to take our neckline strip, and we'll start here with the seam point, as I said, back here. And we're attaching this with the right side up, with the open side. This you can clearly see. Of course, the right side's facing. And now for the armholes, we start the same way, the armpit. And there we start with the seam point of the strip, align this perfectly on top of that. Alright, so now we want to sew all those strips on, and what's always really important now, for example, when we start with the neckline or the collar for that, of course we're sewing edge to edge, and we're always working in sections. That's the reason why we divided our the strips and also the neckline. And we always want to achieve that the strip and the, for example now here, the neckline fabric have the equal length. That's why we are stretching it while sewing. This might be a little bit challenging when you're doing this for the few first times, but of course this is all just a matter of practice. Yeah, because we always want to achieve the same length, because the neckline has a slight fabric overhang. And after we've sewn on all of our strips, I will finish the raw edges, of course, with the overlock. And now for the final professional touch, we will use our edge stitch presser foot and we will make a top stitch seam with a normal straight stitch and the stitch length 4 all the way around our strips. What's now really important that you stretch your fabric not too much but also not too less. It's just a matter of feeling, because otherwise the top stitch seam could tear apart if you wear the top under higher pressure. If you enjoyed the video, then I'm definitely happy about every thumbs up. Feel free to let me know in the comments how you liked the video, and if you got any more questions, please let me know. See you in the next video. Until then, have fun sewing.